Yes, the world is changing and the world is changing really, really fast. And if you do not catch up with the trend, you surely be left behind. And that is one thing we shouldn't allow to happen. Welcome to Diamond Mine High Income Skills Program that will help you to scale up, to be able to scale up and be in front of the trend and make real progress. My name is Wural Amajid. I am a digitalpreneur, helping individuals to have a successful startup online or take your existing business or idea online and make great success out of it. I'm also a wealth and a wellness coach. And I want to welcome you to this amazing section. Keep an open mind as you get valuable information that will help you with the transformation.
It's time for everyone's favorite.
Firstly, let's look at what's going on. Every important part of life is going digital. Work has been from factories to laptop. This is from boardroom to Zoom, like we are doing right now. Friends from neighbors to followers. And game, we have more kids playing Fortnite than basketball and football, the most popular game, combined together now, because the world is fast changing. And the metaverse is just around the corner. A lot of things are happening. And unfortunately, our school system did not prepare us for this at all. And so it's important to have good investment in self-education to improve skill, to be able to meet up. Other than that, you'll be working in the old way, and there's no how to meet up if you work the old way in this new gig economy.
Work. Over the last year and a half, a lot of us who work in offices have gone remote. And while I miss seeing the people I work with, I think remote work is here to stay for a lot of people. So we're going to need better tools to work together. Let's take a look at what working in the metaverse will be like. Imagine if you could be at the office without the commute. You would still have that sense of presence, shared physical space, those chance interactions that make your day all accessible from anywhere. Now imagine that you have your perfect work setup and you can actually do more than you could in your regular work setup. And on top of all that, you can keep wearing your favorite sweatpants.
Looking good. Let's get together real quick for a debrief.
I'm free now. Let's jump in. Hi.
Hey.
So what do we think?
Amazing, isn't it? Pretty soon, the issue of having petrol attendant will be a thing of history. We can see what happened with the ATM machines, and a whole lot of more advanced thing than ever before is just around the corner. So sticking around to think you're going to work the old way is actually not the best option. And of course, you also do not want to do what you are not supposed to do. So the only option is to scale up and be able to make great advancement and achieve great results. And that is why we bring to you Diamond Mine High Income Skills Training Masterclass, where you're going to have chance to actually improve on your skills, get to know high income skills, and help yourself to scale up to be able to scale up. Your income will increase and life will change. And this is exceptionally important. But then the first module that will be handled there is Diamond Mine. Mind is very important. We might be talking about skill, but without the mind involvement, there's little to what can be achieved. So for the Diamond Mine, you want to get yourself equipped to understand how does the mind work and what do you do to actually make the most of the mind to get the best result. Now, the results you want in life and the result we have already is dependent on the actions we have taken or we're going to take. Now, this action is controlled by something we call paradigm, which is a form of programming. This programming controls, and that's why you see a student in school saying, I want to pass, but still not studying because the programming inside is not ready to pass. The same thing with financial struggle. People say, I want to have financial breakthrough, my year of breakthrough, and the person is acting opposite. And it's important to understand it because having the same paradigm will only guarantee the same result. And just a quick analogy I'm going to show after this, you must actually alter the paradigm, the programming, if you desire to achieve and improve results. Very, very important. A quick analogy is when a person who is overweight decides to go on diet without changing the self-image of what is inside, what is in the mind, the person's mind is still filled with being overweight. the action that will be taken will be in line with being overweight. So eventually, if the person by any chance loses some weight, he's going to get it back. The same thing is responsible for somebody who's having a mindset of financial struggle. Even if the person wins lottery, it will not take too much time for the person to return back to where the mindset is. So it's important to understand that and know how to alter this, and then you can actually change your result as well. The same reason why a lot of people have passed over opportunities that would have made them more successful over time, not because that's their wish, but the programming is actually set wrongly. So we already have the knowledge and the power to accomplish most anything we want in life. But however, we have not developed a clear understanding of how these programmings are formed or how they control habitual behavior. And that's the control point of everything. This is one of the major things you're going to be able to do being part of the masterclass. So you can afford to miss that. Therefore, we frequently do not do what we already know how to do. There's superior knowledge, there's superior results. And this is causing confusion and frustration because people want higher results and the result is not the same. So sometimes you see you thinking it's internet fraud. You see ladies thinking it's about sleeping around. You see people taking different, you see politicians thinking it has to do with taking public funds to break through. The secret to total transformation is to know how to control your new paradigm and actually have a new result as well.
There is a story of a major league.
And here, this is the circle. When things happen in results you don't want or you don't like, the biggest mistake is to talk about it, complain about it, go on strike about it. What happens is the conscious mind is fed with this idea again, and it's come to produce a corresponding thing in the programming. And when that is done, the body keeps acting the same way, and the same result is happening again and again. This is a universal poverty strategy a lot of people use without even knowing they are doing so. The same thing in this short video, you see a baseball player who confirmed that the father said he's good from kid and is going to be a champion. The same thing with the person at the prison. The father said you are good for nothing, you're going to end up in prison. So words are powerful and programming is very, very powerful.
Baseball player who's speaking to inmates in prison. One of the inmates asks him, "How did you become a professional ball player, sir?" To which he says, "You know, I think it started when I was a boy. I would play catch with my dad, and he would always say, you keep throwing the ball like that, son, and you'll end up in the major leagues one day." And here I am, a professional ball player. The room became quiet, and the inmate who asked the question, he said, "You know, the same thing happened to me. When I was a boy, my father told me that I was good for nothing, and that one day I would end up in prison. And here I am. Sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never hurt me wrong. See, words can cut deeper and fester longer than any sword known to man."
Words very powerful and it shapes our programming. Very, very important to take good note of that. So for things to change, you and I need to change as well. For things to change, we have to change. Awareness is key. And then with that, we can actually make the necessary adjustment we're supposed to make. Now we've seen about the mind. Sales and marketing is a very, very important part of this master class. You're going to learn about this. So sales is actually focused majorly on your thing. This is my thing. I want you to buy it. That's all. Majorly. That's sales. But marketing is I am concerned about the person that wants to get the thing. And I really want to solve their problem, relieve their stress, or release their pain. Marketing will win more than sales any day, anytime. But then there's another level, which is the future, and that is called attraction marketing. This is not just you being concerned about your prospect, this is about you creating value ahead for your prospect. So this value can be lead magnet to provide an answer to their need or something that is very useful to them, very valuable to them, and you're giving it to them for free, in exchange for their phone number or details. Particularly, you want to sort out those that are qualified and those that are not qualified. And this works for any business. Build rapport, you'll be able to cultivate trust, you'll be able to establish authority and credibility. And now when you educate them, they are listening objectively. Then you qualify, and then you disqualify those that you cannot serve, and you offer your solution. And in this way, people are actually happily paying you. And that's what makes the biggest difference in businesses they haven't have this attraction marketing, then you are actually ready for online advantage. There are billions of people online, and if you know how to play this game, you're going to win big time. If you don't understand leverage, you'll be working too hard. What I've just talked about, the attraction marketing, is a powerful leverage on its own that makes it be that instead of you being the one to chase your clients and customers, your customers are actually the one coming to you. And this is a very powerful skill. Traffic is another very important part of this because people must actually be directed to see what you have. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, and so many other platforms like that. But then you can handle this in two basic ways. One, you can handle this organically when you're going to attract people organically to you and you serve a lot of people and make a whole lot of money. The other part is when you do paid advertisements. You pay and your information gets faster to people. And for the paid, you actually need to know who you are dealing with, call them out. It's either their pain points or by what they do. You build their interest, what's important to them, and you give them a call to action. A call to action on what they need to do to be able to get the solution you're looking for. For instance, you can say attention professionals, their interest, who want to gain back the control of their time and life. Click on this link to learn more. Now, the organic traffic, we're using what we call the PI system. You need to post valuable content, stories that connect with your audience. Then you need to interact with them. That's the I. Then you educate them, and then a whole lot of things will happen afterwards. Next, after this is if you are having online advantage and things are happening, it's also very important that you take into consideration automation. Because it could be so crazy that a lot of people now, you have attracted a lot of people to you, they are coming to you in thousands. So you will not be able to meet up with attending to them individually. Automation is key. And with both funnel design, lead generation, email marketing, and landing pages, you'll be able to do this effectively so that you have artificial intelligence answering people on your behalf and taking them through the process even when you're not there. This is very, very important. So whether you have a business already, you want to have a new startup online, these things are very important to really have breakthrough. And I'm just going to show you very quickly a quick example of this. I'll show you from an organic traffic, the same Facebook profile you have, how do we turn that into a lead machine that will be attracting the quality people to you, not you going to them, and you can serve them a lot more faster. So let's have a quick look at that. Let me know if you can still see my screen, please. Okay, we'll go to Facebook. Let me show you the same profile. Oh, okay, thank you so much for this feedback. Thank you so much. So let's see the same Facebook profile you and I have that's been there for years. You can actually make a whole lot of money from there. So let's see this quickly. Let's see an example real quickly. Okay, here is one. This is somebody's profile. What you need to do is to understand who are you serving. What you need to do is to understand what is important to them. What do you want to give to them as solution? Then with that, you create this. You create a cover photo like this. And with this cover photo, it's offering something free, a skill for people to learn. And because they want it, what happens? They click. And you see on this side or down somewhere there, there's going to be a link. Not showing. Okay, I'll just reshare this. Let me stop sharing and reshare it once again. Let me just reshare this quickly. I'll reshare my screen. Sorry about that. Thanks for the feedback again. Okay, I hope you can see it now. Let me know if you can see it now. So now, discover the unique strategy on how you can monetize your smartphone with digital skills with usage offer, even if you're a newbie. So like this is information that's important to a lot of youths. They want to take advantage of because that is better. Okay, thank you. That's better than doing what people are not supposed to do because of lack of understanding. So now when people come, you are not there, they click on this. what happens is that it takes them into your world. It takes them to a place we call these landing pages that I mentioned, this automation. And now I say, attention, you that are ready to make a difference in 2021. So now, if you want to have this information, then you need to put your details here. And then you need to put your email also. No, this will not go. You need to put your email, then you put your WhatsApp number. Then that's only time you can access, because if you don't put it, it won't go. So you are not there, but this is happening automatically for you. Can you see? It's taking the individual to the next stage where the person gets free video training on digital skills and leverage offer. The person will access the information, and the person is committed, serious enough already now, want to have access to the solution. He clicks here, and that takes the person to the next stage. All this is automated. You don't have to be there. So while you are doing something else, your same Facebook profile that has been turned to a lead machine is doing a lot of work to, is attracting a lot of, sorting out people for you, for any kind of business you are into. Isn't that amazing? That is the power of what is possible here. Let me know in the chat box if you think this is amazing. This is amazing. Let me know if this is amazing. Let me know in the chat box. I'll just reshare my screen now so that we go on. If this is amazing to you, let me see in the chat box. Let me see your comments. Amazing, yes. Amazing, yes. Amazing. That's good, because now the internet is there, but if you know how to play the game, what can be made on the internet is massive, more than thinking of internet fraud. Massive, very, very massive. But you need to understand what to do, and you need to position yourself just correctly. Right? So once you do that, you are good. But it takes to skill up and actually know what to do. And the same smartphone that just is consuming data and consuming things from you can become an asset. That is the message, can become a real asset. But now that you know you can learn this through the masterclass we're talking about, we want to go a step further and say how to make money with these skills. So you can have these skills and you can actually work for someone. It is the most common and also the most limiting way to make money. Most limiting way to make money. And after working for so long, people here usually retire old, sick, and broke. That's the old way. You don't want to follow that. Even if you have that, you want to have an alternative. Secondly, you can become a professional. There you can make a lot more money, but you don't have time again. But you still don't make all the money you want. The third one is you can be your own boss, which is a way by which people achieve their financial freedom and also their time freedom. But to be your own boss, if you go the traditional way as well, it's going to take a lot of millions, a lot of headache, a lot of overhead, a lot of things, and you still don't know if before you go through all these things, you're not sure of breaking through. But I'm glad to tell you that I have a high recommendation for you of a recommended business model that has changed my life and will also change your life. But let me say at this point, you must truly want financial breakthrough. You must truly want abundance. What I mean by that is, if you really want something, you're ready to work and actually make it happen. Other than that, you can't have access to it, even though it's fantastic. So what are the ways to earn money? Let's see it from this short video, and you understand why you have to take serious, immediate advantage of the recommended business model.
There are basically 3 ways you can earn money. First, you can work for someone else. You have a job. Essentially, you agree to trade your time for a salary or an hourly wage to build someone else's business. They decide the role you perform, the hours you work, the length of your employment, and the value that your time is worth. Jobs are the most common, but often the most limiting ways to make money. The second way you can earn money is with a profession. Some examples would include doctors, lawyers, or engineers. In this case, you get a higher education or develop a specific set of skills or knowledge, and you're paid for those services. Professional services often offer a higher level of compensation, but come with longer hours and a greater commitment. They tend to require ongoing training and a significant investment of time and money. Now, the third way you can earn income is what a lot of people dream about. That is, being your own boss. You would argue that this is the most exciting, flexible, and rewarding way to make money. In this model, you are no longer building someone else's dream, but rather your own. The key benefit of being your own boss, and this is important, is that you have the opportunity to leverage the efforts of others to accomplish more and therefore earn more than you otherwise could on your own. This is how people improve both their financial freedom and their time freedom. Unlike a job in which you trade your limited time for a set amount of money, business owners can turn other people's efforts into personal potential. We'll talk more about this in a few minutes. So, there are 3 ways you can earn money: work for someone else, become a professional, or be your own boss. Let's focus on the home business industry. The first question to answer is, what is a home business? I mean, it sounds pretty self-explanatory, right? But the reality is that this industry is often misunderstood. Did you know, for example, that according to a recent report released by the United States Census Bureau, that 49% of all U.S. businesses are home-based? There are over 20 million home businesses in the United States alone, with a new one started every 6 seconds. Worldwide, it's a staggering $427 billion a year industry. Now, as the name implies, a home business is any business that an individual can operate from their home. Certainly, that includes many traditional businesses like web design, fashion, tailoring, technical services, repair services, and many others. But what we're interested in today is a very unique and rapidly growing subset that has a distinct set of advantages over the more traditional businesses. For example, unlike the other businesses mentioned, this subset typically requires no training or past experience, very little startup capital, and there's no accounts payable, no accounts receivable, no inventory. There are no employees, nor the headaches, expenses, licenses, certifications, and overhead that come along with a traditional business. The kind of home business we're going to talk about, you can work part-time, full-time, or even just in your spare time. You're the boss, so you decide. In short, the home business we're interested in offers far greater flexibility, eliminates many of the costs, expenses, and other drawbacks of a traditional business. And yet, it offers tremendous potential, often with less invested. You'll see why that is in just a few minutes.
Amazing model, eliminates drawbacks, it's flexible, it's more rewarding, and that's why I highly recommend this to you. But then, time to get the skills. We'll talk about the skills. It's important to get the go there. This has actually changed my life. The recommended business when I has done that. No huge capital investment, no overhead, low risk, high return on investment, time and location freedom. I saw this and this has helped me because I'm from a family of 6. I happen to be the last born. My parents are highly qualified professionals that study even abroad. But because we were working for someone, working to build someone else's dream, nothing was ever enough. And when I saw this, I knew there must be a better way. And I saw this business model, started in it, and this has given me the chance to give my children the best of education and invest in a month what most people not in a year. I save in a month what most people will not earn in a year. I've traveled internationally 36 times through this amazing business model. I have houses in Nigeria and outside the country. I have 12 cars. I've helped about 300 individuals using the same model to actually earn 6-7 figure income, and they will never have to work for anybody in their life again. It's amazing, but I'm not the only one. This young lady transformed my life using the same recommended business model, experiencing total life transformation. If you really want total life transformation, the one that is not controlled by the economy or government, then this is for you. You really want to take serious action after this and get started. Can you see that? That is our mansion today, and this is our second car. A young lady not just married and doing amazingly well. That's how powerful, how great this model is. Now, with the digital skills, you will use that to crush anything that comes your way, because you can make things happen even faster. Because all this I'm showing you is done the old way without the digital skills. But with the digital skills today, you can actually attract the right quality people. You don't have to deal with all interested people, even if you know them. You can actually build a huge empire for yourself. Now, get the high income skills now. Mine is incredibly powerful. I use this same app to get the car I'm using now, which is the biggest Toyota Sienna. That is invaluable. But you get this for only 10,000 naira, and then organic traffic 10,000 naira, Facebook, Instagram ads 10,000 naira, lead magnet, lead generation, the lead machine I told you 20,000 naira, email marketing 10,000 naira, auto sales. Also, that you don't have to be there typing and answering message in the middle of the night. Funnels that will take your customers through the journey and sort them out. Also, everything put together is 100,000 naira, but you have a special discount of 80,000 naira. You get this for only 20,000 naira. And again, we are in the ember period. And because we wanted to achieve greatness and not be the same way, but actually get much better, you still have additional 10% ember discount, and you're going to pay only 10,000 naira to access all these incredible high income skills that make you employable in Nigeria or any part of the world and will make your business thrive. But what about if I tell you the best of the news and let you just know that you have access to get this absolutely for free? Wouldn't you want to have that? To get this for free, you get this for free when you are smart to be part of the first 5 that take this recommended business model and get started. Then you won't have to pay for the skill. It will be given to you as a bonus. That's amazing, right? What do you have come with the recommended business model? You have a personalized website valued at $1,000 US, 500K. That's done for you by this amazing recommended business model. You have app with advanced email marketing, $1,000, 500,000, and that's the value, making $1 million naira. Mentorship by 7-figure earners like myself and others, worth over 100,000 naira. You also get a proprietary diamond click system, so that you have people coming to you, attracted to you, and you don't ever need to deal with all interested people, whether they are family and friends, and you can build an amazing wealth empire, business wealth empire, while at 100,000 naira. That's 1.2 million naira plus the 100,000 naira for the high income skill. But you wouldn't have to pay this today. You only pay 20,600 naira, and all this is yours. You have the recommended business model, plus you have the high income skills training with which you actually multiply and expand your business. This is called the WIN system that will help you to achieve success all around. So what are you waiting for? Get back to the person that gave you this link or recording. Get started. Like I said, don't forget, this is only for people that want that result. People that want that change, people that want to be in control of their financial future. We're not talking about here just what will I make now. We're talking about how to create a huge empire for ourselves. So it's only meant for people that want that changes in their life. They don't want to be controlled by the economy or government. They want to change their family history, and they want to be in charge of their financial future. Be part of the first 5 smart ones that get started immediately, and you have the high income skills training program masterclass, which is worth over 100,000 naira, given to you as a bonus. Take action now, and I can't wait to see you on the other side and take you by hand, improve your skill, and you change your story forever. Thank you.